Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming at you live from the Kent State Ice Arena. My name is Alex Rivera, and I am joined by my partner, Fisher Brashear, bringing you the last Kent State D3 home game with your Golden Flashes taking on the visiting Robert Morris Colonials. Last time these two teams met, January 17th, 5-4 shootout loss for the Golden Flashes at Robert Morris. Flashes looking for some redemption here this afternoon on Valentine's Day, looking to even out the season series. The Flashes come into this one 15-8-3. They won last night 6-2 at Case Western Reserve, and with that win, that puts them at first in the CHE. Player to watch for the Golden Flashes tonight, number 10, Jackson Gillespie, 18 points in 24 games on the season. It's been very noticeable here the last few weekends here at home, and he's been ramping up in the scoring department now with 11 goals on the year. He's a crucial player at the dot for the Flashes as well, arguably their best face-off man. Look for him to just keep rolling here and finish the season strong. For the Robert Morris Colonials, coming into this one 7-13, puts them at 9th in the division. They lost last night 7-0 at Cal U. Player to watch for the Colonials, number 10, Alex Kasivi, 28 points in 19 games. He's the team leader in points. Look for him to be a steady threat and a factor here tonight for the Colonials. We're going to take a brief pause as the players make their way onto the ice, and when we come back, we will have Puck Drop. Stay with us, folks. Puck Drop just moments away. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for staying with us through that quick break as we get ready to bring you Puck Drop. Just moments away now. And Fisher, last home game of the season here for our D3 team. What do they got to do to finish out strong here at home and get rolling into the playoffs?
I think you got to do the basics very well. Forecheck, pucks in deep, pucks on net, and also feed the hot hand. You highlighted Gillespie. I think he's been the guy on fire so far. So I think you get the puck to him, good things will happen.
Absolutely. Flashes looking to end it on a high note here. Got a good crowd here on this Saturday evening on Valentine's Day. Always want to thank everybody for coming out and tuning in to the stream. Looks like Robert Morris has traveled well as well. So we are going to see what this game has in store for us. Flashes looking to get back on the Colonials from just over a month ago as the starting lines make their way onto the ice and we get ready for puck drop. Players now standing up on the benches. Refs making sure everybody's in position as he draws up to the center dot. Sticks beginning to bang against the benches. Players on their feet. And we get ready to drop this puck. As this puck now down, and this one is underway. The Flashes skate out with possession. Timmons in his own zone. Going to go far side up the boards, looking to connect to Donahue. Just going to let that one go off his stick into the Colonial zone. Now turnover here. Croson picks it up. Backhanded shot. Early save for Zukowski. Flashes with an early chance there. Good early pressure from Kent State. Flash is still threatening on the offensive end. Croson picks this one up behind Zukowski. Has that one stick checked away from him by Killen. Killen going to play it up the near side boards, but finds a stick of Dylan Timmons. He's going to send it back around the end boards. Now picking it up far side is Donahue. Donahue takes a bump from Killen. Those two still going at the puck. Possession skates out to the Flashes. Van Sickle going to send it right back where it came from. All the way around the boards. Gillespie trailing for that one. They're going to be floated out of the zone into the neutral zone by Newton. Kent State gets some fresh skaters on the ice as Gillespie pushing the puck forward. One-time shot from Zulon. Glove saved by Zukowski. Zulon picks up the rebound. Diving save by Zukowski. And Zulon stays with it and puts it in the back of the net. And your Flashes score. And just 58 seconds into this one, your Golden Flashes take a 1-0 lead over the Robert Morris Colonials. It looks like it took a deflection. They're going to give it to Geoffrey Lapsevich. Lapsevich got the tip on that one. He's getting credit for that goal. Good goal by him.
Just consistent net front presence, not giving up on pucks. You saw two fantastic saves there, and just still keep going at it. Puck's still loose, and you see the Flashes benefited early. What a start for the Flashes.
Couldn't write it up any better than that, Fisher. And now your Flashes will play with the 1-0 lead here this evening. Now off this next draw, Robert Morris in their own zone looking to break out. Pass intended there for Rogerson, just a little too far for him. So Willock will come out of his blue paint and play one up the far side boards. Zulon just off assisting that last goal. Lapsevich on the pressure as well. Lapsevich picks this one up in the offensive zone, looking for another one. Take this one behind the net to Zukowski. Rogerson picks it up the near side boards. Shot from the top of the point. Emmerling just saved there by Zukowski. Not going to be picked up by Zulon. He goes backdoor looking for Garnett. Just can't connect cleanly on that one. Robert Morris just trying to clear their zone, but off the stick there of Patneski. Up and out of play. Will give us another stoppage here. Both teams will skate off for the line. Tage with 18:23 left to play in the first.
I love the start from the Flashes. Like we said, that consistent pressure, one of the things that we talked about before the game. And they've already benefited from it once, and they look like they're shot out of a cannon tonight.
Flashes looking to keep the momentum rolling after that win last night over Case Western Reserve on the road. Flashes win this one off that draw. Geyer picks it up, tries a shot there, stick checked by two defenders there for the Colonials. And now Barr skating this one into the offensive zone, going to dump it in deep. Looking for some help from Daniels. Top of the blue line, Colonials send it back in down low into the near side corner. Picked up far side now by Hewitt. Plays it up the far side boards, and the Flashes clear their zone. Lazarov now here on the pressure, 2-on-1 forming for the Flashes. Quick shot there, just wide of the net. Howley trying to keep it at the blue line, and he does. Sets it in down low behind the net of there of Zukowski. Picked up by Geyer, turns, fakes the shot, leaves it for Simpson. He has that one stick checked away. Howley just going to send it back in down low. Lazarov centering pass there, back to the top of the point for Hewitt. Quick shot there, Zukowski gets the glove on it. Can't hold it cleanly though, Flash is still threatening. Hewitt tries to chip it back in down low. Into the blue paint is Zukowski, and he's just going to play it safe and cover that one up. And he will take the stoppage, give his team a line change. Flashes will use this as an opportunity to get some fresh guys on the ice for themselves as well. As this face-off now drawn up, right dot in the Robert Morris zone. Flashes pedal to the metal here so far in this first 2.5 minutes. Puck down, one back to the Flashes. Ruggles wins it. Shot from the blue line, deflected out in front. Godovic picks up the rebound between the 5-hole there, and he scores! And that's going to make the score 2-0 in favor of your Kent State Golden Flashes. Godovic went 5-hole.
Just the same kind of goal that we just saw earlier. Just not giving up on pucks. And like you said, 5-hole, what a start. Like we said, it's the basic things of playing to the whistles, keep going after loose pucks. The Flashes have started fantastic so far.
Talked to a few players pregame, and I know they were disappointed at the last time these two teams met, what the outcome was, losing there in that shootout. And so far tonight, looks like they have that in the back pocket of their minds, because they are on fire to start this one. As Robert Morris trying to find an answer for the Flashes. Puck tied up behind the net of Willock. Robert Morris centering pass there. No touch there. Godovic with the stick work there at the top of the blue line. Buzzing off that last goal he just put in the back of the net for Kent State. This puck just rolling around through the neutral zone. Zanola tries to pick it up with a poke check. Zanola lays a huge hit out in center ice, and that's going to free up possession for Kent State. Van Sickle going to hit the red line, send it in deep. Zukowski there just going to leave it for Riffner. Riffner looking for an option, going to play it up the far side boards. Robert Morris breaks out cleanly now on the stick of Uckman. Buckman hits the red line, just dumps it in deep around the end boards. Willock will leave this one and slow it down for Garnett. Garnett right dot in his own zone, trying to connect on a pass to Croson. Those two can't connect cleanly, and Robert Morris will assume possession. Colonials across the red line, just going to send it in deep once again. That time off the stick of Cerrone. Emmerling going to play it off the boards, takes a weird bounce there, but in Kent State's favor. Croson trying to go cross ice, looking to connect with Donahue. Is now Croson going to take it himself. Backhanded chance there. Shoved away by Zukowski. Now going the other way quickly are the Colonials. Here comes Cooper. Cooper shot on goal there. Willock with a nice save. Flashes pick up possession. Now up the left side. Here comes Fryer. He takes a nice hit there. The Colonials will take possession off that hit on Fryer. Cooper picks this one up in the neutral zone. Leaves it for Newton. Newton just going to send it in deep. Colonials skate off for the line change. Flashes with plenty of time to control this puck. Garnett going to play a pass up to Zulant, who's looking to connect to Lapsevich. Those two a dangerous combo on the forwards for the Flashes when they are on the same line. Puck now near side in the Robert Morris zone. Muscled out of there by the Colonials. And off the stick of Rogerson into the Kent State zone. A lot of dump and chase here early on for the Colonials. Not really sustaining any offensive pressure. Flashes doing a good job of not letting them get set up. Now Flashes going the other way quickly. Zulon into the offensive zone, just rolls off his stick and onto the stick of Cirilli. Cirilli tries to play it up the far side, boys, but that one's turned over. Lapsevich tried another shot at it, had a stick check from behind. Now Robert Morris with numbers going the other way. Here comes Kasivi. He's dangerous for the Colonials. He tried a centering pass there, broken up by the stick of Gillespie. Now the Flashes go the other way. Zulon with a nice reverse hit there, right in front of his own bench. Bench loves that one. Now Lapsevich skating in. Tries to go up the right wing here, looking to collect this puck shot. Zukowski gloves that one away. Picked up backhanded move there. Zukowski wasn't ready for it. Puck bounced around to the blue paint, and that one's in the back of the net, and they score! Kent State now up 3-0 over Robert Morris with 14:35 left to play in the first period. Zukowski wondering why there was no goalie interference, but for the Flashes, Bazarov will skate over to the bench, celebrate his goal.
It's the same thing. It is the exact same thing for all three goals for the Flashes. 5 minutes in, it's the same. Just not giving up on plays. It's a basic thing that they're doing well. But overall, in this 5 minutes, this has been a fantastic 5 minutes for the Flashes.
And now Zukowski a little frustrated here, skating over, having a word with his own bench there. A little frustrated how this one started out. Let's see if the Flashes can just keep dominating as they've done so far, as you said, Fisher. It's off this draw. Flashes assume possession once again. Timmons makes a nice move to keep possession for Kent State. Just sent it to some empty space. Robert Morris can't keep it in at the blue line, and they will have to regroup, but they skate it just over the blue line. That's going to be an offsides warning. It's going to blow this play dead.
This has been the perfect start from every level of this Flashes team. In every zone, they've just been dominating in these first 6 minutes. And it just, like I said, it comes from the basics of they've just been doing all the right things. Hard hitting. We've seen multiple hits so far early. Big saves, good defensive plays. And then on offense, just not giving up on plays. And they've benefited from it so far.
And as we talked about time and time again so far this season, just a lot of those greasy goals that they seem to score so well do the Golden Flashes. And they had 3 of them here so far tonight. It's after some nice defensive work in their own zone, puck rolling around in the neutral zone. Simpson going to send it in the offensive zone for the Flashes. They're going to skate off for the line change behind the play. Plenty of time for Robert Morris to regroup, but they can't control it cleanly. Now Ruggles going to pick it up, centers one to Zanola. Those two can't connect cleanly. Zanola going to pick one up, looking for an option in the near side corner. Godovich ties his man up behind the net there. Spriegel had the puck momentarily. Godovich removed him from it. Now the Colonials do break out of their own zone. And now Garnett going to take his time, makes a nice move there, and still going to carry the puck on his stick. Going to play this puck up far side. Up the right wing come the Flashes. Ruggles going to pick. So there, sorry about that, folks. A little technical difficulties on our end, but we are back. Score still stands at 3-2-0 in favor of the Kent State Golden Flashes. Clock reads 12:22 in the first period. O-zone draw coming up for Kent State. Left dot in the Robert Morris zone. Gillespie at the dot. And as we said pregame, he wins one, leaves it for Zulon, has that one stick checked away. Now Flashes on the retreat. Van Sickle all the way back in his own zone. Going to play it around the far side boards for Timmons. Timmons just going to chip one ahead, looking to get it to Zulon. And sticking with this puck is Gillespie. Gillespie forming a 2-on-1 for the Flashes. Right dot now. Leaves one for Zulon. Back door looking for Lapsevich. Just too far for his stick. Van Sickle keeps it at the blue line, however. Flashes still threatening. Lapsevich gets between the dots. Quick shot there. Zukowski with the save. Now after the play, Zulon going at it with Zukowski. Zukowski took a shove at Zulon. And those two had some words there. Obviously, the Colonials take exception to that. Zulon went after Zukowski there. Wow. A little frustration from Zukowski,
I mean, I've seen a couple of goalie fights recently, but, like, I don't know. It's just boiling over frustration. Good for the Flashes. Penalty.
Yeah, it looks like Zulon going to go to the box for the Flashes. And for the Colonials, number 11, Long, was going to sit for 2 minutes as well. Those two, assuming, going to trade matching penalties there just on that little altercation. And as those penalties go up on the board, looks like they're going to be playing some 4-on-4 as Van Sickle signaled to his bench, throwing up a 4. Looks like we're going to get some 4-on-4 hockey here. But for the Flashes, an O-zone draw coming up, and 4-on-4 hockey, not a scary place to be if you're Kent State, especially sporting this 3-goal lead.
Yeah, not at all. You do have to just stay disciplined, but the Flashes have been so good so far. Not trying to jinx them, but they...
Now the Flashes win the draw at the dot. Gillespie once again won it back to Van Sickle, sent it right back down low for him. Robert Morris trying to slow this puck down a little bit. Now on the stick of Patneski. Patneski going to play one over to Sorelli. Goes back to Patneski, cross ice. Now up the left wing come the Colonials. Reverse ice once again, this time for Kasivi up the right wing. Going to play, send it in deep, looking for his team to win it. Kloss, first man to that puck. Left one at the blue line, shot from the point, saved by Willock. Now the Flashes will skate out with possession. Here comes Gillespie up the left wing, going to hit the red line, send it in deep. He wants a line change there. Zukowski just going to leave it for Patneski. Patneski now in his own zone, trying to work towards the left wing. Simpson on him like a glove. Simpson now still playing the pressure on this puck, but now with the puck with some space, and this time is Patneski. He's going to play it cross ice to Cirilli. Cirilli just going to go back in his own zone. Him and Patneski just trying to find a breakout option. Robert Morris really just looking for control of that puck. Patneski fake the pass there, left it for Kasivi. He picks it up, goes up the right dot. Quick shot there. Willock didn't even see it. Goes wide of the net there. Good setup there from the Colonials. That puck deflected off the stick of Patneski, up and out of play. We will get another stoppage. 10:43 left to play in the first. 48 seconds left on those penalties to Zula and Long. Flashes for, I believe, the first time this game. Gonna have a defensive zone face-off here.
Yeah.
Robert Morris getting their first real offensive chance of the game. Puck down, one back to the Flashes. Outley just gonna send it around the Edborns, looking to connect with his man. Now the Flashes with possession. Hewitt just going to leave one back for Outley. Now the Flash is going to break out of their own zone. Now up with the puck with some speed. Here comes Gavin Fryer up the left wing. Fryer going to play it off the boards to himself here. Now far side in the corner, just trying to tie this puck up, looking for some help from Donahue. Donahue and Fryer chopping at this puck. Shot from the blue line, sticked away there by Zukowski. Flash is still on the offensive threat here. Fryer picks it up in the near side corner, tries to shovel it up the boards, connects with Donahue. Donahue sends it right back down low for Fryer. So it's going to ring all the way around the Edwards. Now it's Outley's turn to pick this puck up, and he does. Outley finished his check there and still skating in with the puck. Colonials poke that one off the stick of Hewitt out of the zone. Outley now back in his own zone, regrouping with this puck. Turning away from some pressure from Daniels. Outley just going to play it along the end boards. This puck finds the stick of Outley once again. It's going to leave it for Fryer. Fryer back down low behind their own net to Outley. Now the Flashes will break out cleanly. And with some speed, here comes Kent State. Nice toe drag move there. Flashes looking to skate it in. Lapsevich wanted another one. Lapsevich picks this one on left dot. Quick shot there from Gillespie. Saved by Zukowski. Gillespie on the rebound off the post. Tipped in by Zulat. And they score! Kent State now up 4-0 over the Robert Morris Colonials. Just over the halfway point of this first period. Courtesy of Sam Zulant. The score now being 4-0. Fisher, not much to say really. Flash is just dominating.
Like we said, they've done the basics so well and just stayed with it, playing to the whistle. Just being on the front foot does a lot, but all the pressure they've been putting on and just not giving up on it is all 4 goals. That's just the story of them all.
And it seems, Fisher, as we talked about earlier, right now it just seems like the Flash is just outworking the Colonials just a little bit.
Yeah.
It seems like they just want a little bit more as they've already matched their score. Last time it was a 5-4 final, and the Flashes already have 4 in the first period, already matching their goal total from the last time these two teams met. Now the Flashes with the puck in the offensive zone, just pushing the pressure once again. Patneski going to send it opposite corner for Moraxa. Moraxa just going to connect. He's going to find Tepsik. Tepsik tries to go cross ice there. Connecting on the tip there was Spriegel, but the Flashes will have plenty of time to pick this one up in their own zone. Kent State now trying to get out of their own zone cleanly, and they do. Godovich up the right wing now into the offensive zone, just sends it down low. Behind the net is Zukowski. That puck parks it there. Haney picks it up, tries to go right back where Godovich was. Those two trade places. Flashes keeping it at the blue line. Shot fake there from Garnett. Going to send it back Dello. Godovich right back to work. Tied up behind the net is Zukowski, looking for some help from Ruggles. Puck squeaks out to the Colonials' possession. They try to float that one up just off the ceiling there. And that's going to blow this play dead. 8:23 left to play in the first. Close one there. Couldn't really tell. It was teetering like it was going towards the ceiling, and it just clipped that top net. For the Flashes, that's going to grant them another offensive zone face-off. It's now right dot in the Robert Morris zone. Bazarov at the dot for the Flashes. He wins that one cleanly. Geyer's going to pick this one up right dot. Send it around the end boards. Now near side boards for Timmons. Timmons looking to get possession. Battling along the boards there. Get some help from Bazarov. Robert Morris squeaks that puck out. Now they're going up the left side of the ice into the offensive zone. Here come the Colonials the other way. Tough check there. Geyer took a tumble into the boards behind Willock. Good to see him hop right back up. As Robert Morris just sends it into the blue paint of Willock. He's just going to stick that one away, leave it for Timmons. Flash is trying to break out cleanly. Dangerous pass there as it bounced around in the center there. Flash has shut that down quickly. Now regrouping in center ice are the Colonials. And they turn this puck over as Bazarov with a nice stick check there. Going to just leave one for Simpson. He had that one poked away. Try to toe drag move. Colonials just going to float this one through this neutral zone. All the way onto the stick of Dylan Timmons, now in his own zone, gonna play one over to Van Sickle. Van Sickle up the far side boards for Simpson. He's gonna let that one bounce off his stick, gonna send it in deep into the offensive zone. They will skate off for a line change behind the play. Robert Morris trying to use it to their advantage, going the other way, but a little too far on that connecting pass will allow Hewitt to pick that puck up. Gonna play it up the far side boards for Donahue. Now trying to connect on a breakout pass to Fryer, just hopped over his stick, dumped in deep. Colonials right back to work off the stick of Rogerson. Robert Morris left dot here, quick shot there, deflected wide of the net of Willock. Kent State been so good on the defensive end here early on in this one. Outley trying to get it going alongside the boards there, had that one taken off his stick. Kent State back in their own zone with this puck. Flash is trying to connect on the cross ice pass there. Picked up by Long at the red line, sent in deep. Willock will just park it there. Plenty of time. Come the Golden Flashes out of their own zone. Flashes trying to get it cleanly, however. Robert Morris pretty tough in the neutral zone so far. Past couple minutes, Flashes been staggered a little bit. Now left side, here comes Daniels. Daniels hits the red line, sends it in deep. Robert Morris right back to the dump and chase. Picking it up right in front of his own bench there, and it takes a huge reverse hit there. Fryer there with that reverse hit. Nice work on the back check there by Hewitt, swiping that one away, helping out his netminder, Victor Willock. Daniels trying to send it in deep once again. Turning away from some pressure is Emmerling, coming up on 6 minutes left to play in this first period. It's been all Golden Flashes up to this point. Now the Colonials trying to get a chance of their own. Nice save there, Willock. One-time shot there from the Colonials. Willock was ready for it. Puck rolling around the far side corner. Zulant gonna pick it up. Zulant makes a nice move there around two defenders. Now Zulant generating some space for himself up the left wing, and he's gonna keep carrying. Sam Zulant skates in, cuts the dots in half, leaves it for Gillespie, just rolls off his stick, couldn't get a shot off clean. Flash is looking to go backdoor to Zulant from the blue line. Offside warning here, Garnett gonna have to retreat from this puck. Colonials now have time to break it out of their own zone, just gonna flip one up ahead into the Kent State zone, gonna be retrieved by Emmerling. Emmerling now getting the wheels turning, elects to go up the left wing. Gillespie slides out of his way. Emmerling still carrying. Takes a check into the Robert Morris bench there. Colonials will have time to pick this puck up. On the stick of Tepsik. He loses that one. Zanola on the pressure. Picked up by Godovich. He cuts the dots in half. Shot there. Saved by Zukowski. Zanola runs over Zukowski. And that puck's in the back of the net. And now we're going to get a scrum behind the net as Godovich just ran over Zukowski. Colonials not happy about that. Obviously going to be no goal there for the Flashes. Ref's going to have to separate this crowd. Love the effort from the Flashes, just playing with such tenacity. And it looks like as of right now, the scorer's table did put the goal on the board, but hard to imagine that that one is going to stand.
I didn't see a goal signal. Yeah, they're taking it off.
There they go, and they do take it off. I was going to say, hard to imagine that one would count for the Flashes. Is now Zukowski getting a minute to regroup here after he was just ran over by Godovich hustling to that puck. Refs having it a little discussion here. Doesn't look like the Flashes will be penalized, which is good news. Just a hard-fought play there from Kent State. And then actually it's going to result in an offensive zone draw for them. They're staying in the Robert Morris zone now, left dot. Tied up off the draw, both teams scraping for possession. Now skated out there by Tepsik. Tepsik goes straight through center ice there, and he's taken down from behind, and that's going to be a tripping call. Your Flashes commit the first penalty of the game, and we're going to get a first look here at the Robert Morris power play. Tough break for the Flashes there. Cade Van Sickle going to go to the box. 2 minutes on that tripping call. 4:48 left to play in the first.
I want to go back to the, I guess, disallowed goal.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, why blame the Flashes? That's how all of their goals have come. We've seen a couple times Zukowski has appealed for goaltender interference. None of them obviously went his way, but at the same time, why the Flashes, that's how all 4 goals have come. They're obviously going to be a little physical in the crease, and, you know.
Not the end of the world there for the Flashes. They skate out unscathed. However, that tripping call is going to hurt them just a little bit. And now Flash is going to have to go to work to kill off the next 2 minutes of this penalty. Colonials scraping by, looking for an answer for the Flashes as Riffner skates it in down below the left dot. The offensive zone for the Colonials. Top of the point there. Picking this one up is Kasivi. Centers a pass there. Nice work by Croson there. Poke checking that one away. Shot deflected out in front. Croson all over him right now in the defensive zone. Colonials still with possession. Left dot here is Riffner. Likes to play it down low. Set cross ice pass there, looking to go back door. Willock slams the door on that one, tight to his post. Keeping this one in at the blue line. Daniels, left side of the ice. There's cross ice there for Riffner. Riffner tries a centering pass there. Willock with the save off the deflection. Puck bouncing around in his blue paint. Flashes swipe it away, but Colonial still threatening. Riffner tries another backdoor pass. Shut down by the Flashes. Nice job, Noah Outley read that pass all the way, and he will send it the length of the ice. Flashes get a chance to breathe, but not for long as they get some fresh players on the ice. Robert Morris doing the same. Another shot there. Another save by Willock. Flashes just trying to get this one out of their own defensive zone. Colonials really generating some pressure here on the power play. Their best chances of the game so far. Puck rolled out of the zone there over the stick of the Colonials at the blue line. Kent State, 30 seconds left on this penalty kill. Colonials trying to get this one in. Tepsic just going to walk it in, leave it at the blue line, waiting for his team to get a line change behind the play. Tepsic now pushing this puck in deep into the Kent State zone. He's getting some pressure there from Garnett. Those two take a tumble in the far side corner. Now the top of the point. Picking this puck up is Scarilli. He tries a shot, rebound, save there. Nice job by Willock once again finding that one through some traffic. Now up the left side of the ice, here comes Simpson, pushing this one in shorthanded. Simpson tries a tough angle shot there. Zukowski with the save. It's Van Sickle, fresh out of the box, and the Flashes killed that one off pretty easily, I'd say. Had a little trouble in the first half, but that second half of the penalty kill looked really strong.
Yes, very clean penalty kill. Willock, 2 really good saves as well, but also just great rebound control as well. So, good kill for the Flashes, not letting Robert Morris get any momentum back.
And we've seen the Flashes this season time and time again give up some goals there on those rebound chances, and they were really clean. They're not really allowing for any shots off any of the rebounds, and I think that's why they were so successful on that penalty kill. Slapsevich tries a shot, goes wide of the net, just off the face-off in the offensive zone for Kent State. Zulon now with the puck behind the net. Zukowski tried a centering pass there off the side of the cage, now picked up by Gillespie, far side boards. Gonna play it up the boards of Van Sickle. He tries a shot from the point, looking from the tip from Zulon, just goes wide of the net. Timmons at the blue line, shovels it down the near side boards, but turned over to Cooper. Colonials trying to break out, but that pass from Cooper just a little too far. Colonials still keep it in the offensive zone. Willock with an easy save there, just sticks that one away out of his own blue paint. Colonials ramping it up a little bit, looking for an answer. The Flashes with them stride for stride so far. Colonials just have this puck in the neutral zone, just going to be swiped into the offensive zone by Cerrone. Gillespie with plenty of time to hold this puck. Going to leave one behind his own net for Hewitt. Hewitt going to connect with Garnett. Garnett looking for an option to get up the ice. Now going to be shoveled ahead. Looking for Zulon. Sent right back into the defensive zone for the Flashes. Robert Morris going for the line change as they were offsides. Now Hewitt going to leave one here. Now up the right wing. Here come the Flashes. Quick shot there. Saved by Zukowski. He'll cover that one up. Let his team catch a breather. 1 minute and 31 seconds left in this first period. Flashes still with a 4-goal lead. Yet again, just effort, effort, effort. Name of the game so far for the Flashes. They earned themselves yet another offensive zone face-off coming up here. Right dot in the Robert Morris zone. Bazarov wins that one to Geyer. Along the far side boards, both teams taking chops at that puck. Picked up by Geyer momentarily. Now on the stick of Bazarov, his shot blocked out in front. Robert Morris clears the zone. Owley was waiting for it outside the offensive zone. Going to send it right back in down low. Killen with the puck on his stick. Just going to play one over to Riffner. That puck going the other way now as Robert Morris gets it into the Kent State zone. But Owley with plenty of time there. He had a few strides on his defender. Just trying to get this one back into the possession of the Flashes as we are now less than a minute in this first period, and the Flashes looking to get a breakaway. Here comes Haney. He's in all alone. Just loses that one. Just rolled off his own stick. Riffner was pressuring him from behind. Good look there from the Flashes. Haney just couldn't get that shot off cleanly. So now Riffner going coast to coast here, pushing this puck in deep, looking for a centering pass, connecting there. Blocked down front. Nice block there by Haney, getting back on the back check. Good effort from him. Creating some offense and getting back on the back check. As we are now 30 seconds left to play in the first period as this puck rolls all the way down low into the Robert Morris zone. Colonials looking for one more rush up the ice as they tip that one into the offensive zone, but right into the possession of Emmerling. Now the Flashes with plenty of time. Garnett plays it up the right wing. Gonna go cross ice there. That pass broken up. Now the Flashes got to get back here. Just less than 10 seconds. Colonials looking for one last shot. Puck in the near side boards, right in front of the Kent State bench. Croson going to backhand one out up to Donahue. Shot from the blue line from Fryer, gloved up by Zukowski. And after 20, your Kent State Golden Flashes with a dominating 4-goal lead over the Robert Morris Colonials. Fisher, what do you think of that first period?
I thought it was perfect, honestly. I think they did it. Flashes did everything right. Amazing in the defensive zone, fantastic in the offensive zone, following up plays, big hits in the neutral zone. They've done everything right so far.
Flashes under the skin of the Colonials, and they're going to go into the break feeling great. And as we said, after 20, Flashes with the 4-goal lead. We're going to head into intermission, and when we come back, we will bring the second period of action. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back after a short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to bring you this second period of action. As the current score stands, your Kent State Golden Flashes with a 4-goal lead over the Robert Morris Colonials, and just an absolutely dominating first period from the Golden Flashes. Couldn't have asked for a better start to this one. Let's see if they can do it for 2 more periods and keep this pace rolling. as the starting lines make their way out onto the ice. And we will get ready for puck drop. Both teams, benches up on their feet, sticks banging against the benches here as we get ready to start this one. Puck is now down. Second period is underway. As Robert Morris wins the draw, but quickly Flashes have possession. Donahue tried to shovel one of the offensive zone, but sent right back into his own zone. So now Timmins will regroup in the Kent State zone. Van Sickle up the near side boards, looking to get a tip from Donahue. Donahue at the red line, just trying to shovel this one ahead. Loses the handle on that one. Riffner with the possession there. Just going to throw this one into the blue paint of Whitlock, and he'll just elect to cover it up as we get an early stoppage here in the second period. Flash is getting an early line change here already. Just 25 seconds into the period. Getting ready for this defensive zone face-off. Now to the left of Victor Whitlock comes this face-off. Puck down. Gillespie wins it cleanly. Had that one swiped off his stick. Colonials try a shot from the blue line. Now retreating is Forrest. Forrest sends that one into his own bench. That's going to blow this play dead. This next face-off going to be in the neutral zone. A lot of stoppages here early to start the second period. Referee's going to draw this one into the neutral zone just outside the Kent State bench. Gillespie at the dot versus the other number 10, Kasivi, both of our players to watch here today. Puck down. Gillespie just shovels this one between the legs of Kasivi. Robert Morris just going to send it in deep. Picking this one up behind his own net is Emmerling. Emmerling going to backhand one to Garnett. Garnett can control it cleanly. Kasivi sends it below the net of Whitlock. Emmerling going to send it far side boards up for Lapsevich. Takes a chop at it, kept in at the blue line by the Colonials. Gillespie takes a hack at it. 2-on-1 forming for the Flashes up the ice. Nice pass to Lapsevich from Zulon. Lapsevich shot just wide of the net. Flashes with a good look there. Outleaf with the blue line shot. Deflected wide of the net out in front. Colonials try to go for the home run past the length of the ice. Outley races back, and he touches that one up for an icing against Robert Morris, and this one's going to come right back to their zone. Flashes will get an O-zone draw. Now left dot in the Robert Morris zone. 18:49 left to play in the second period. Gillespie wins another one at the dot. This time wins it to Simpson. Puck skates around the end boards. Now near side in the Robert Morris corner. Colonials just trying to get this one out of their own defensive zone. Flash is keeping it at the blue line. Hewitt going to send it back in down low. Bazarov going to pick this puck up. He gets some help from Simpson. Those two take each other out. Now the Colonials will skate out with possession. Colonials looking for an option. Riffner just going to elect to send this one into the offensive zone, but right into the blue paint of Victor Whitlock. And he is going to leave that one for Outley. Outley just going to hit the red line, send it in deep. Simpson will collect this puck in the near side corner. Quick centering pass there. Geyer's shot just rolled off his stick. Couldn't get it off clean. Now Simpson in the right dot tries a centering pass in the danger zone for Zukowski. Flash is trying to keep it at the blue line just past the outstretched stick there of Hewitt. He will have to retool in the neutral zone. He'll hit the red line. Now into the offensive zone. Up the right wing is Hewitt. Hewitt going to send it back to the blue line for Godovich. Quick shot there. Saved by Zukowski. And we will get a whistle as he elects to hold that one.
It's been more of the same from the Flashes to start this period, just that consistent offensive zone pressure. And once again, I mean, they've been dominant this game. We've said that multiple times. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Flashes so far, and they look like they're not slowing down anytime soon.
Absolutely, Fisher. Really hard to nitpick their game here. As Robert Morris going to get a breakout chance. Backdoor shot there off the side of the cage of Whitlock. That was the Colonials' best look at the night there. Almost a little bit of a reverse announcer jinx there we just did, Fisher.
Yeah.
So now Kent State goes right back to work. This one just a little too far. As Godovich wipes out behind the net there. Just racing to that puck for the icing. But that one still is going to go against the Flashes, so this puck will make it right back to their zone. But as we were saying, Fisher, it's really hard to nitpick anything about the Flashes game so far up to this point. They've played a really clean game for the most part and have really not allowed any dangerous chances outside of that last chance we just seen. So now Colonials will get an offensive zone draw coming up. Left dot in the Kent State zone. Puck is down. Flashes win it cleanly. Ruggles wins it back to Van Sickle. Sends it around the end boards, looking for Zanola to collect. Zanola now tied up far side boards in the Kent State zone. Pile of players forming as Ruggles gets to the assist there. Colonial skate out with possession. Ruggles blocks that one at the blue line. And that puck will exit the zone. Little ovation for Ruggles from the bench. Is Godovic going to step up? Before he skates off, just going to send it deep into the far side corner of the offensive zone for the Flashes. That puck quickly clears the zone. Kent State will regroup in center ice. Van Sickle tried to play one up ahead to Donahue. No icing call there. Croson with the poke check there, but still on the stick of the Colonials. Croson with more pressure there, tried to leave one out in front, but now picked up by Vukman. Vukman tries a clearing attempt there, picked up by Garnett. He skates in right dot. Quick shot there off the post, up and out of play. We will get another whistle. 16:52 left to play in the second. Colonials going to get a new line on the ice. Happy Valentine's Day to anybody tuning in today. Don't want to forget that. I know we mentioned it earlier in the stream, but to anybody tuning in, thank you for tuning in on this holiday. To anybody who came out or watching via stream. Flashes with another offensive zone draw. One back to Fryer. He's going to leave one for Garnett. He goes cross ice. Quick shot from the point. Deflected out in front. Off the stick of Donahue. Wide of the net. Donahue tried to center it back out in front. Colonials swipe that one away, and they're going to look to skate out with possession. Played that puck just a little too far for themselves, so the Flashes will get a chance to send it back in down low. Donahue leaves one right out in front for Croson. Zukowski with the save there. Croson picks up the rebound. Going to leave one behind the net there. Now going to be picked up by the Flashes. Fryer is going to send it back. Shot there, deflected into the back of the net, and they score off the stick of Joey Donahue. And he makes the score 5-0 in favor of the Kent State Golden Flashes with 16:19 left to play in the second period.
Puck's on net.
Puck's on net and good things happen,
I
Fisher.
say it every single time. I think every single time you ask me for a key of the game, I'm just, puck's on net. And you see what happens. Get a guy in front of net, get a screen, get a tip, get a goal.
Yeah, the proof is in the results, right? Donahue is just set up on that back door, and he gets the stick on there, going to deflect that one into the back of the net. Now your Flash is playing with a 5-goal lead here, and as you said, Fisher, they are not slowing down anytime soon. So now here comes Zulon into the offensive zone. Had that one poke checked away. Below the right dot in the offensive zone, Sam Zulon now carrying. Going to reverse ice here, goes up to the left dot for Outley. Outley going to play one back down low, finds the puck back on his stick as that pass didn't connect clean. Lapsevich swipes at it. That puck rolls under his stick. The Flashes regroup in their own zone. Stepping up in the play is Cooper here for the Colonials. Going to push this puck in deep. Robert Morris looking to do some damage as now Newton takes a big bump there from Outley on the reverse hit. Now Zulon trying to skate ahead with possession. Kept in by Forrest. Going to send it down low. Centering pass there through the blue paint. Cooper couldn't get a shot off clean. Nice job there by Fryer on the back check. Now Zulon up the left wing. Zulon skates it in the left dot. Between the legs move there. Backhanded chance there. Floats that one over the net there of Zukowski. Crafty move there from Sam Zulon. Zulon trying to stay with this puck, but the Colonials skate out with possession. Behind the play, looks like ref's arm is up. We will get a penalty going against the Flashes. Quick shot there, saved by Willock. And they're going to blow this play dead as Gillespie gains possession. Zulon going to the box once again for his second penalty of the night behind the play. A little bit of a cross check there. Now the Flashes will have to go back to the penalty kill. Robert Morris gets their second power play of the game. Unsuccessful on the first one, of course.
They had their chances, but I thought the Flashes were also very strong on the penalty kill. I think it was
Yes.
a 50-50 split of the first minute for Robert Morris was very strong, and then the second minute for the Flashes was fantastic. So it'll be interesting to see how after intermission, after the last power play, how both teams have adjusted to that.
I think that's a great point, Fisher. It was a very Jekyll and Hyde power play for the Colonials. As you said, the first minute very strong, some of their best chances of the game, and then they kind of tapered off here as Fryer forces the turnover. Now he's racing the other way. Fryer still with the puck. Fryer tries to control it just over his stick. That puck rolled on him. Fryer was looking for a shorthanded goal. Flash is shorthanded in the offensive zone here. Plays a pass down low, backhanded move there. Zukowski sticks that one away. Now the Colonials will connect, go cross ice here. Now Kasivi skates it in. Quick shot there off the mask of Willock and kicked in to the net of Willock by Dylan Timmons. And the Colonials will get a power play goal with a little assist there. Flashes kind of beat themselves on that one. Timmons skating hard back for that puck and just kicked it in the back of the net. Not much to say there.
Just an unfortunate bounce.
Absolutely.
Really.
Unlucky.
Especially for the first, 30 seconds of that penalty kill. The Flashes looked like the more likely team to score, and just such an unfortunate bounce. It's an awful way to ruin the shutout.
Just not a pretty one to give up there, but to no avail. Flashes Now still with a 4-goal lead with the score 5-1, 14:42 left to play in the second. We're going to give the credit on that goal to number 10, Kasivi, for the Colonials as he was nearest to that puck. But really it should go to Timmons. Nonetheless, this puck tied up off the faceoff right in front of the Kent State bench. Both teams taking chops at it. Colonials skate out with possession. And let's see for Robert Morris if they can build a little momentum here or if Kent State can go right back to where they were. Vukman just going to send this one in deep. Willock way beyond his own net to play this puck. Going to send it up the far side boards. He connects with Geyer. Geyer's clearing pass broken up at the blue line. Colonials keep it in. Now Garnett up the right side. Garnett going to carry it himself up the right wing with the wheels burning. Garnett skates it in, now goes left dot here, turns around, skates back towards the blue line, tries to connect on a pass to Godovic. Colonials intercept that pass. Now they're going the other way. Maraxa now going to leave one for Tepsik. Tepsik shot wide of the net there of Willock. Bazarov with the between-the-legs pass there to Godovic. 3-on-1 forming for the Flashes up the ice. Geyer with the puck on the stick, leaves it for Garnett. Quick shot there, looking for that top corner. High and off the top glass there. Garnett taken down behind the play. As the Colonials now up the left wing, going the other way. Some back and forth here now. Willock scoops that one up with his glove. Going to leave it there for Geyer. Geyer going to pump the brakes there, turn away from some pressure. Slow this puck down for the Flashes. Now they are ready to go up the right wing into the offensive zone. Dylan Godovic tangled up there with a player. Taken down in the Robert Morris zone. Colonials will clear at the red line. Sent in deep. Off the stick of Outley. Offside warning there, so Flashes will have to regroup. Colonials going for the home run pass there, broken up off the stick of Hewitt. Outley's going to play it back to Hewitt, who's going to play it right back to Outley. Outley going to shovel it up the far side boards for Fryer. It's going to find its way back down low, below the red line of Willock. Outley lost the handle on it, shot from the blue line, took a deflection out in front, but no threat to Willock. Never seen his net. Now Croson going to try to send it into the opposite corner. Just rolled on his stick a little bit. Fryer will look to collect in the offensive zone. He can't pick it up cleanly. Now the Colonials going the other way. Willock wants the icing, and Outley wins that race there, and we'll get the icing call against the Colonials. 12:32 left to play in the second. Flashes with an offensive zone faceoff coming up. A little more back and forth here in the past few minutes, Fisher, would you say?
A little bit. I completely agree. I think we've seen Robert Morris build into this game after that awful first period for them. I think, and you know, the goal that they got, very unfortunate. But the Flashes, I still think, are still somewhat dominating this game. I think they have still been the better team this game, as you see, controlling the puck in the offensive zone, very strong tonight.
Absolutely, Fisher. I would have to agree with you on that one. As they keep it in at the blue line, Flashes go right back to work. Gillespie now shoveling up, top of the blue line shot, deflected wider than it is Zukowski. Zulant going to turn, retool one from the left dot, swipe through his blue paint, but wide of the net, off the stick of Lapsevich. Zulant collects down low, near sideboards, leaves it up top for Hewitt. Hewitt unloads one, and that's in the back of the net, and they score! Your Flashes punch right back on Robert Morris. Back to that 5-goal lead, making the score 6-1 in the second period. 11:56 left to play in this one. And that goal going to get credited to number 13, Geoffrey Lapsevich, his second of the game. He got the tip on that shot from Hewitt from the point. Lapsevich, 2 goals on the night. He's having himself a night here.
Yeah, and we had a great view of that shot. No chance Zukowski saw it at all. Great shot from the point, fantastic deflection again, similar to the Donahue goal earlier. Just getting the guy in front of the net, getting that tip, redirection, hard to save those.
And we've said a few times early in the season, Flashes sometimes struggle with their position, trying to get in the right position. But Fisher, I'd have to say here tonight on this Saturday evening game, the Flashes have been at the right place at the right time all night, it seems like.
Yes, right place at the right time in the offensive zone as well as the defensive zone. We've seen multiple great sticks in the defensive zone, good saves from Willock as well.
Absolutely, and just such a quick shot there. Left dot and punching back for the Colonials. Riffner gets the goal there. Giving a little too much credit to the Flashes there, it seems, Fisher.
Whoopsies.
As Robert Morris now makes the score 6-2 with 11:35 left to play in the second. Unfortunate there. Robert Morris not giving up. Flashes still with this 4-goal lead.
Great shot, by the way.
Seriously, what a shot.
Fantastic shot.
Yeah. Riffner picked his top corner, and he made it. Now 6-2. Flashes looking to go right back to work. And as you were saying prior to that, Fisher, I mean, the Flashes, from earlier in the season until now, it's just crazy to see the progress they've made. It's now a turnover here into the offensive zone comes Kent State, losing the handle on that one. The Flashes have made so much improvement in so many facets of their game, but that has to be one of the highlights for me is this. Their positioning has gotten so much better on the ice.
Positioning everywhere on the ice has been fantastic. I also like to say that it's like the 5th time this season where I'm like, oh, the Flashes do a great job with, and then all of a sudden, goal. And I'm like, oh.
The announcer jinx is very real here at the Kent State Ice Arena. And you'd think we've learned by now.
No.
But still in this final game of the season, announcer jinx strikes again. Flashes pick this one up in their own zone on the stick of Quentin Garnett. Looking to connect to Simpson. Simpson can't get a touch on it. So that will go as an icing against the Kent State Golden Flashes. Robert Morris with an ozone jaw coming up at 10:46 left to play in the second period, almost at the halfway point in this one. Let's see if the Colonials have any more answers here for the Flashes. Cooper at the dot versus Bazarov, left dot in the Kent State zone. Puck down, Bazarov wins it cleanly to Emmerling. Emmerling sends it around the end boards, picking it up far side boards is Christian Geyer. Had that one sticked away by Newton. Newton plays a pass up top, looking for the deflection out in front into the blue paint of Willock, and he will cover that one up. And we will do it again in the Kent State zone. This time, Flashes will elect to get a line change, at least for their forwards. Going to get the Fryer, Donahue, and Croson line, that starting line, out onto the ice for this defensive zone faceoff. Captain Croson at the dot versus Cooper. Croson wins that one back cleanly. Flashes looking to clear the zone off the skate there of a Colonial player out in front. The Flashes will skate out with possession. Croson up the right wing, takes it down low, all the way, tucks one in, onto the net of Zukowski. He kicks that one away. Puck now far side boards. Colonials looking to collect cleanly and break out of their own zone. Fryer bringing the pressure for the Flashes. Newton turning away from some pressure here, trying to find an answer and get this puck out of his own zone, but Fryer on him like a shadow. Gavin Fryer picks this one up, top of the blue line. Quick shot there, gloved up by Zukowski, and he will hold that one. Flashes earn themselves an offensive zone faceoff. 10:15 left to play in the second. A whole new sheet of players on the ice for both sides. As the Flashes now left dot in the offensive zone. Gillespie at the dot versus Tepsic. Puck down, Gillespie pushed it forward. Colonials will gather possession there. Colonials trying to break it out. Zulant had a stick on it. Gillespie had a chop at it as well. But now going the other way is Rogerson. Rogerson has that one sticked away by Hewitt. Nice job by Hewitt, shutting down that rush for Robert Morris. Now Zulant will take it the other way for the Flashes. Up the right wing. Nice move by Zulant. Cuts in on net. Backhand shot, and he scores! Sam Zulant just danced around the Robert Morris defense, and that's going to make the score 7-2 in favor of your Kent State Golden Flashes. That was nasty.
What a goal. Holy. Puck on a string.
Puck on a string, Fisher. He just danced around the entire Robert Morris defense and put that one in the back of the net. Such silky hands. Sam Zulant, take a bow on that one, kid.
I think the best way I could describe that goal is just to go watch it back. That was beautiful.
That's an ESPN goal right there, Fisher. Their Flashes back sporting that 5-goal lead as these teams trading punches here a little bit more in the second period, but Flashes still getting the better of the Colonials up to this point. Now Robert Morris hits the red line. He's going to send it in deep. Weird bounce there. Hops over the stick of Willock, so he gets back to his blue paint quickly. This puck near side boards. Hewitt tied up by two Colonials defender. Vokman trying to pry it loose off his stick. Now back on the ice, Sam Zulant going to chip this one up ahead to Lapsevich. He needs one more for a hat trick. Centers a pass there onto the paint of Zukowski. Puck bounced up in the air, cleaned up by the Colonials, and they will get a clean breakout out of their zone. Up the left side, now here comes Tepsic. Tepsic taken down by Hewitt, and that's going to be a penalty here. But it looks like that one is going to go against, let's see. Hewitt, yep, they're going to get Hewitt there on that check on Tepsic as he was skating back on the back check. A little bit of a weak call if you ask me, Fisher, but
a little bit.
Hewitt going to nonetheless spend 2 minutes in the box for the Flashes. Robert Morris with their third power play of the game, 0 for 2 so far on the night.
1 for 2.
1 for 2, excuse me.
The weird
right,
bounce.
Fisher. The weird bounce. You are absolutely correct, Fisher. It's now 9-10 in the second period. And for the next 2 minutes, your Flash is on the penalty kill.
Apart from the weird bounce, their penalty kill has been excellent.
I think 0 for 2, I was just thinking because of that, like you said, kicked in by our own player.
Yeah.
They technically get credit for the power play goal, but a little bit self-inflicted by the Flashes last time. Centering pass there, out in front, Flash's defense all over that one as they huddled up and they clear the zone. Dangerous look there for the Colonials momentarily, but the Flashes, good job to swarm that puck. On the stick of Van Sickle now. Flashes just looking to keep this one out of their own zone. This one now going to be picked up by Riffner. He goes cross ice, quick shot there, wide of the net, off the stick of Daniels. Riffner picks it up, sends it right back to Daniels. Left side of the ice for the Colonials. He goes back to Riffner. Those two having a game of catch here. Back on the stick of Daniels, looking to go left dot. Daniels going to retreat to his own blue line, going to elect to send this one deep behind the net of Willock. Now turned over, picked up by Fryer. Fryer tries a clearing attempt, has that one sticked away. Now tries to play it up the far side boards. Colonials waiting for that puck. Riffner picks it up right side, chips it in down low. Back to Riffner, quick shot there off the dome there of Croson. But that's going to lead to the Flashes clearing the zone. Croson giving up the body there. Not 100% by choice, but that one goes off his side of his helmet, and that gives his team a clear. Flashes still have 50 seconds on the penalty kill. Robert Morse looking for a few more chances with the time they have. So now walking this one into the offensive zone is Riffner. He elects to go cross ice for Patneski. Patneski picks it up, centers a pass down low. Stick check there, nice job by Lapsevich. Riffner going to skate in down low, tries to get it in top corner there. Willock just keeping that post tight next to his net. And now Riffner going to pick it up down low below the left dot. Quick, tough angle shot there off the side of the cage. Rolls in the blue paint of Willock, and he will cover that one up for the whistle. 21 seconds left on the power play for the Colonials. 7:31 left in the period. Flashes will get some fresh penalty killers on the ice. Robert Morris, some fresh power play players here on the ice as well. Lazarov going to be at the dot versus the captain for the Colonials, Bookman. Bookman wins this one. He's going to win it back to Long. Long plays it back to the top of the point for Cirilli. Cirilli now looking for an option. Center ice at the blue line, going to play a pass down low for Tepsic. Tepsic going to unload a shot there just wide of the net. Rolls all the way around to the top of the blue line, kept in by the Colonials. As now Flashes getting ready to be back to even strength. And now Hewitt out of the box, and your Flashes kill off that one. Now 1 for 3 on the penalty kill. 2 for 3 on the penalty, excuse me. Now the Flashes looking to go right back to work into the offensive zone. Nice pass there by Newton. It's going to lead to the Colonials dumping this one into the offensive zone. Geyer can't control it, far side boards. Shot from the blue line, looking for the deflection are the Colonials. Wide of the net there, Willock. Emmerling blows a tire there, trying to clear that puck. Simpson there to give him some help. Simpson retooling in his own zone, going to play one. Breakout pass there, looking for Geyer to win this puck. Flash is trying to hit the red line here. Puck kind of bouncing around on both teams. Colonial's going to shovel it into the Kent State zone. Emmerling with plenty of time to play this puck. Going to really slow it down now. Going to play one over to Outley. Outley goes cross ice, connects with Simpson through the neutral zone. And now Simpson off to the races. He's taken down from behind. Simpson with a crafty play there, covering up that puck to keep possession for himself. Now the Flash is in the offensive zone. Van Sickle keeps it in at the blue line. Sends it all the way around the end board. Simpson still going to work here on this shift. He's been noticeable as he takes down a Robert Morse player in the far side boards. The crowd forming. Simpson tying up this puck. Alessio Simpson having a shift here. Doing a little bit of everything here on this shift. Flashes still have this puck in the offensive zone, and that puck is moving once again. Colonials just going to skate this one out of their own zone as Simpson finishes off that check in the Robert Morris zone. So finally skate off to the bench. Alessio Simpson, a fun shift there. It's now Haney up the right side, going to play one up ahead to Ruggles. Ruggles loses that puck there. Colonials quickly clear the defensive zone. Now they look to go the other way. Robert Morris trying to skate this one in. Blocked out in front there by Timmons. Off the stick there of Tepsic. Now right back to work come the Colonials. Cooper trying to get this puck in deep for Robert Morris. Turned over to Ruggles. Ruggles connects on a nice pass to Godovich up the left wing. Godovich going to carry it all the way. Gets in down low. Tries to take it tight to the net of Zukowski and then elect to go around his net. Godovich going to reverse there. Looking for Ruggles to pick it up cleanly, and he does. Top of the blue line. Flashes looking to set it up. Garnett takes a bump, plays a pass down low for Haney. Spin move there from Haney. Tough angle shot there off the side of the cage. Looked good from up here. Flashes can't keep it at the blue line, and that puck will go the length of the ice back to their own zone. Willock well out of his net to leave this one for Hewitt. Hewitt going to get a pass over to Garnett. Garnett going to chip it off the far side boards. Still not out of the zone. Robert Morris battling hard at the blue line to keep this puck in. Now the Flashes send it high in the sky, and that will get them out of the zone. Robert Morris was ready for it, though. They send it right back in. Ruggles off the near side boards. Going to play a pass up ahead, but to nobody there for the Flashes. Robert Morris collects off the stick of Moroska there. He's going to send it in deep for the Colonials. Hewitt going to play a pass for Garnett. Garnett trying to buy some time for his team. Going to play a backhanded pass behind the net of Willock to Hewitt. Hewitt up the left side now. Lapsevich off to the races. As we said, one away from that hat trick. Going to play a pass down low to Zulant. Zulant going to tie it up far side corner. Leaves it for Lapsevich. Lapsevich making his way now to the right side of the ice. Top of the point for Outley. Outley tries to go back down low to Lapsevich. Now around the end boards go the Colonials. All the way out of the zone. Flashes regroup in center. Outley going to bring it back to his own zone for a second. Looking for his team to get set up. Going to play a pass up the right side to Gillespie. Gillespie going to send it in deep. Puck rolling around the end boards. Gillespie will collect his own rebound here up the near side boards. Going to play it to the top of the point. Now with the puck on a stick, Outley looking for the deflection out front. Puck bouncing around the blue paint there. Outley tried to step up in the play, swiped it away. Now Colonials going the other way. Nice job there. Gavin Emmerling on the back check, shutting down that chance there. Daniels was trying to dance around him, and Emmerling slammed the door. So now the Colonials pick this puck up in center, coming up on 3 minutes left to play here in the second period. Colonials going to dump this one in deep. Outley with plenty of time to control this puck for the Flashes. We get a pass over to Lapsevich, who's going to send it back into the neutral zone, into a crowd of Colonials players. They'll send it back in deep. Robert Morris looking for an answer here. Sevy picks this puck up. He's going to skate it in down low, left side, looks for the backdoor pass, connects on it off the top of the post. Riffner had a good look at it. That one's going to go up and out of play. 2:37 left to play in the second period. Is Riffner talking to Willock down there? Not sure what the discussion is. Doesn't seem to be anything ill-intended. Now those two seem to be good. Ozone draw coming up for the Colonials. Right down in the Kent State zone. One back to Robert Morris. Hops over the stick along. And the Colonials will have to retreat. Fryer on the pressure on long. He gets a pass over to Riffner, however. Riffner just going to hit the red line, send it in deep. Now going to be picked up by Van Sickle. He's going to turn and play one over to Timmons. Timmons tries to shovel up the far side boards, loses possession on that one. Shot from the blue line, blocked out front by Croson. He's blocked a few here tonight. Now up the right side, Riley Croson stalking his way into the offensive zone. Quick shot there, blocked out in front. Rebound chance there, high in the sky, bouncing around. Neither team can find it. Quick shot there, wider than it is Zukowski. Flashes found it first. Croson going to turn, leave one below the net there for Donahue. Donahue going to pick it up, looking to go far side with this puck. Riffner, nice turning pass there. The Colonials break out of their own zone. But into a crowd of Flashes, this puck comes. And now running the show here, Gavin Fryer down low below the right dot. Going to turn, go far side. Gavin Fryer going to go near the blue line, trying to leave one for Garnett. Those two can't connect, and that's going to lead to the Colonials going the other way. Hewitt doing a good job on the back check. Colonials still threatening. Quick shot there, saved by Willock. Rebound chance, and the Colonials score off the rebound. That's going to make the score 7-3. And with a minute 30 left to play in the second period, that goal for the Colonials is going to go to number 20. That's going to be Kloss on that third goal. Not much you could do for Victor Willock there. That rebound chance, he had to push all the way across his blue paint to make the first save. Rebound was wide open on the backside.
It's almost like on the first shot, they're shooting for the rebound.
Yes.
And then from there,
I was going to say, as we were talking about earlier, I think that's the first time of the night. Flash is coming back on the back check, but the first time they've been a little out of position. Nobody there covering that man.
Yeah,
he was wide
first
open.
odd man rush of the night. I'd honestly say not either team, actually. I just remember the Flashes have had a couple. But
yes. Just unlucky there for the Flashes, but nonetheless, still sporting a 4-goal lead as we get ready to wrap up this second period, coming up on just a minute left to play in this one. Flashes in the offensive zone. Geyer in a fight there at the top of the blue line. Going to push this puck in down low. Simpson there to give him some support. Colonials trying to clear. Tepsic can't take a clean whack at it. Simpson trying to keep this puck in. Tepsic pokes that one away from him from behind. Now gets it up to Newton. Newton skates it in, leaves it for Vukman. Quick shot there, blocked out in front. Nice job there by Hewitt, shutting down that rush once again. Zarov lays a nice pass to Geyer. Geyer going to take this one on 1-on-2 as the Flashes skate off for a line change behind him. Christian Geyer just doing his job, getting this puck in deep. Going to play one back up the near side boards for Godovic. Those two can't connect cleanly. Now the Flashes trying to keep it in the offensive zone. Nice pressure here. Dylan Godovic forcing the issue here. Finish that check off, but the Colonials will skate out with possession now. Robert Morris toe drag move there from Newton. Newton tries a centering pass there, just rolls in the blue paint of Willock, and he will cover that one up. Just 14.4 seconds left to play here in the second period. Colonial's going to get a late offensive zone draw in this second period. Colonial's going to get one last line change on the ice here. Flashes trusting their guys to finish this shift off and take them into the second intermission. Ruggles at the dot versus Riffner. Ruggles wins that one. Outley going to shovel up the near side boards all the way up to Dylan Godovic. Godovic just trying to clear his zone. Robert Morris steps up from the blue line, gets some help from Zanola, and Zanola will play it over to Ruggles. Ruggles just going to skate away from all the Robert Morris players. As after the play, Ruggles takes a couple checks after the play. Ruggles going to take a little exception to that. Little crowd forming in the far side corner. Couple late checks there from the Colonials. Ruggles wasn't a fan of that. But nonetheless, referees break this one up. And now that's going to make the score 7-3 heading into this second intermission in favor of the Kent State Golden Flashes. As both teams still going at it as they make their way to the locker rooms. A little more back and forth period there, Fisher. But Flashes still with a 4-goal lead, and I still like their odds here tonight. They're playing a really sound game.
Yeah, same. They've been very good tonight. And, you know, the 3 goals they've given up, I'd say all have been pretty unfortunate.
Kind of fluky almost.
I wouldn't say fluky. The second one definitely not.
Yes.
The second two definitely not.
Yes.
The first one, yes.
Yes.
The second one, just a great shot off just an unfortunate bounce. And then the third one, easy rebound.
Right.
You know. But like you said, the Flashes have been very good so far. I think if they do all the same things they've done, we're good.
Yeah, absolutely. So after 40, 7-3, Flashes are leading. We'll take a break for the second intermission, and when we come back, we'll have our final and third period of the game coming live at you from the Kent State Ice Arena. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back momentarily. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to bring you the third and final period of this game and the last period of the regular season on home ice for your Kent State Golden Flashes. And like their chances to finish out the season strong here on home ice, coming into this third period with a 4-goal lead with the score standing at 7-3 right now over the Robert Morris Colonials. Flashes got to just keep doing what they've been doing, and I think that they're pretty set for this one, barring anything crazy here.
100%. Just keep doing what you're doing, and they've been very good this game. We talked about it going into the second intermission. You know, not you mentioned fluky. Not that the goals were fluky, apart from the first one.
Yes.
But just more unfortunate.
Yes.
Breaks, bounces, and stuff like that for the Flashes, where there's unavoidable. Really,
Yeah.
like every single time that rebound is gonna be given, stuff like that.
Right.
A great shot for the second goal, and just a really unfortunate bounce for the first one.
Right.
Not that it's out of their control, but
not extremely self-inflicted,
Yeah.
and that's when you can't really fault them for those
Yes,
type of things,
exactly.
right? So for the Flashes, looking to finish strong here. Both teams send their starting lines out onto the ice as the fans make their way back into the seats after this intermission, and we get ready to get this third period rolling. Flashes ready. Robert Morris skates up to the center dot, sticks, banging against the boards one last time on the season. Refs making sure in position. Puck is down. The third and final period is underway. Colonials skate out with possession. Just going to float it into the neutral zone. Now picked up by Kasivi. Kasivi left dot. Quick shot there. Glove down by Willock. Just 12 seconds into the third period. Quick stoppage there. Robert Morris looking to set something up with their first ozone draw of the period. Left dot in the Kent State zone. Puck is down, tied up off the draw. Croson looking for possession. Quick shot there, off this pile there, wide of the net of Willock. Flashes going the other way up the left wing. Riley Croson leading the rush up the ice, going to leave one for Donahue. Turns and tries the shot, goes wide of the net there. Riffner on the pressure. Flashes send it in from the blue line, back in down low off the stick of Timmons. Kasivi trying to shovel it up the boards here. Puck rolling around in the air there, now picked up by Killen. Killen skating into the offensive zone. He evades a check. Nice deke by him. Killen tries a centering pass. Nobody home for the Colonials. That puck's going to roll all the way back into his own zone. Zukowski out of his crease to play this one. Zukowski's clearing pass broken up by Zulant. Zulant shovels a pass down low for Lapsevich. Back to Zulant out in front. Stick check from behind. Shot didn't get off clean. Zulant near side boards. Leaves it for Lapsevich. His shot stick checked once again by Killen. Up and out of play this time. That's going to blow this one dead.
I will say the Lapsevich-Gillespie line has been probably the best line today. They've been forechecking very well. I believe they have 3 or 4 of the 7 goals.
Yes.
We highlighted Gillespie for the player to watch, but the whole line has put in, like you said, I think going into the second period, energy. The whole team has, but this line specifically has been fantastic tonight.
Absolutely. Lapsevich 1 goal shy of the hat trick, and Zulant with that crafty goal there to end that second period. Your Flash is still rolling here in the offensive zone. Gillespie going to pick it up below the right dot, looking for an option. Gillespie surveying, going to leave one at the top of the blue line for Garnett. Going to go cross ice, left dot, picked up by Lapsevich. Top of the point, Emmerling. Easy glove save there for Zukowski. Flashes earned themselves another offensive zone draw. The Flash is going to get a fresh line here on the ice. We're going to get Bazarov, Simpson, and Geyer, which this line's been pretty good tonight too.
Yeah, Simpson had that monster shift in the second period.
I think it's just a credit to the team as a whole, right? All the lines really producing here, giving them this 7-goal tally.
Producing in different ways as well. This line has been very good, physical-wise, putting in the hard work on the shifts, whereas the line before has brought most of the scoring.
Yeah, everybody playing their role to a T. So now the Flashes skate out with possession. Bazarov trying to one-man to beat here, trying to be long. Bazarov steps back onside. Flashes have no choice but to just send it in deep. Zukowski out behind his net to leave this one for Rogerson. Rogerson goes up the far side boards. Clearing attempt broken up by Hewitt at the blue line. Gonna go around the end boards, picked up by Bazarov on the receiving end of that pass. Bazarov sends it right back to where it came from. Hewitt's going to elect to back off a little bit, and the Colonials will clear the zone. Hewitt will pick it right up in the neutral zone, however. He was waiting for the Colonials. However, the Robert Morris going to push it in deep. Puck behind the net of Willock. Outley looking for an option, going cross ice. Just off the stick of Simpson, just a little too far for him. Simpson now going to race off for the bench. Full line change here for the Flashes. Zanola breaks up that clearing attempt. Tepsik picks this puck up, skates in front of Zukowski. Ruggles on the pressure. Ruggles trying to send it right back in, out in front. Force going to intercept here. Now Godovich is going to collect. Going to play one down low to Ruggles behind the net of Zukowski. Zanola tries to play it up to the blue line. Kept in by Haney. Sends it to the opposite corner, looking for the Flashes to take the space here. Godovich going to play a pass over to Zanola. Zanola waiting. Centers a pass for Godovich. Just hopped over his stick. Haney collects at the blue line. Over to Garnett. Left out here. Skates in. Quick shot there. Glove down by Zukowski. Zukowski took a whack at the Kent State player there. And another crowd forming out in front. Zukowski taking a couple whacks at a few different players here tonight. Took a whack against Godovich that time. The first time against Zulant. But nothing will come of this one. Zukowski pleading his case to the referee. Nonetheless, Flashes will take the offensive zone faceoff. Riley Croson at the dot versus Vokman. Captain on captain here. Croson gets the better of this one. Garnett trying to keep it in at the blue line. Takes a check there from Tepsik. And now Garnett takes another check here. And the Colonials pushing this one into the offensive zone. Both teams ramping it up here a little bit. You can feel the energy on the ice. Now Garnett gets up, skates up the left wing here, looking for an option. Going to play one back to Fryer. Quick shot there, just wide of the net there of Zukowski. Colonials collecting their own zone. Clearing attempt broken up by Fryer. Fryer's been definitely an energy player here. Fryer takes his man down. That puck is going to be floated out into the neutral zone. Now behind the play, Donahue takes a shove. Colonials getting a little frustrated. You can sense the frustration building. Zukowski just going to leave this one here. Colonials trying to get it up to Tepsik. He's just going to float it into some empty space and skate off for the change. Plenty of time here for Noah Outley to collect in his own zone. Up the left side, Noah Outley all the way into the offensive zone, below the left dot now. Going to pump the brakes here, going to try to tie this puck up. Outley loses his stick here, still has that puck tied up under his skate. Zulant going to chip it out of that pile and leave it for Gillespie. Gillespie plays it back up to the blue line for Fryer. He's going to send it back in down low. Zulant collects below the net, just rolls off his stick. The Colonials will clear. Colonials send that one just through the neutral zone now. Now going to be picked up by Newton. Newton gets tangled up there right in front of the Kent State bench. Big collision there. Both teams battling for possession near side in the corner of the Kent State zone. This puck squeaks out there, going to roll it on the stick of Noah Outley. He's going to play one up the far side boards, connects with Sam Zulant, who's going to connect with Gillespie. Gillespie up the left wing now, skates it in, beats his man, tough angle shot there, saved by Zukowski, and Gillespie takes a tough tumble into the end boards there. Good to see him get right back up. That was a hard collision. Could hear that one from up here. Nonetheless, the Colonials with the puck here. Zulant intercepts that one, going to leave one for Lapsevich. Lapsevich skates it in down low, looking for a man. Going to connect with Timmons. Quick shot there. Gets blocked out in front. On the stick now of Cerrone. Cerrone going to play it up ahead to Newton. Pass a little too far for him. Now going to be collected by Van Sickle, and he's going to take it well behind the net of Willock and wait for his team to get into position. Van Sickle now ready to leave his position and get this one up the ice. His passing attempt broken up by Riffner in the neutral zone. And now Riffner's pass attempt going to be broken up by Lapsevich, and the Flashes skate this one into the offensive zone. Quickly shut down, however, by Kasivi. Kasivi will just send it onto the net of Willock. Easy save for him. He will just leave it for Van Sickle. Van Sickle going to poke one up ahead. Flash is still working to get this puck going the other way. Either team can generate an offensive possession cleanly here. Now Robert Morris will take a stab at it. Shot attempt there, sticked away by Van Sickle out in front. No threat to Willock. Centering pass there for the Colonials. Through the crowd there. Nobody got a clean look at it. Puck now near side in the Kent State zone. Geyer with a nice check there to free that puck up and get it out of the zone for the Flashes. Geyer has to step back on side. Flashes will have to clear. This puck now on the stick of Kloss. Kloss going to leave it for Kasivi. Going to go right back to Kloss. Kloss up the left wing, looking to connect on that pass. Garnett steps up, breaks that pass up. Flash is doing a nice job not letting the Colonials get anything situated in their zone. Kasivi trying to skate this one all the way in for Robert Morris. Riffner tries to keep it in at the blue line, broken up there, and now Simpson's off to the races. One man to beat. Simpson skates around first. One-on-one chance here for Simpson. Backdoor shot off the post. Two posts there for Simpson, but that one in the back of the net. And that's going to be an 8-3 lead. Alessio Simpson with a filthy finish there, giving your Flash a 5-goal lead. 13-16 left to play. A little country music going after that one. And that's a little line dancing. That's what Alessio Simpson did. He just danced that puck around Zukowski and into the back of the net. Fitting music there. Theme song there for Simpson.
Another great goal for the Flashes. Kind of similar to Zulant's. Not as nice, I'd say, but still a great move as well, and then a great finish on the backhand.
And as we just gave credit a little bit earlier in the broadcast to Alessio Simpson with this high-energy shift there, he gets rewarded after a really good game here from him so far.
I'd say all of the shifts he's had, he's brought the energy, brought that physicality as well.
And that's why he leads the team in points. Just a hard worker, nonstop, always has that motor on. So now the Flashes trying to get this puck out of their own zone in the near side corner. Ruggles going to pick this puck up, chip it off the end boards, behind the net, going to leave it for Emmerling. And now Emmerling off to the races up the right wing with plenty of speed here. Gavin Emmerling looking to make a move. Going to try to pump the brakes here. He's taken down there. And now picking this one up is Zanola, giving some help to Emmerling, and that puck deflected up and out of play. That's going to blow this play dead. 12:37 left to play in the third period. Ozone draw coming up for the Flashes. Croson to the dot. His opponent is Riffner. Croson wins that one. Picked up by Fryer. Gonna leave one down low for Donahue. Starting line back out on the ice for the Flashes. Donahue has this puck tied up, waiting for Fryer to get a whack at it. Donahue just holding this puck. Fryer scoops it out there. Fryer goes far side boards. Top of the blue line there. Shoveled in back down low by Hewitt. Hewitt goes all the way around the end boards, picked up near side now by Fryer. Fryer centers a pass, looking for Donahue to pick it up. Swiped away there by the Colonial Spriegel. Donahue taking a chop at this puck, but it goes up and out of play. Ozone draw coming up once again for the Flashes. Colonials will elect to get some fresh skaters on the ice here after that last shift. Flashes keeping that same line out on the ice, looking for these guys to keep producing. Croson at the dot versus Bookman. Those two meet once again. Bookman wins this one back cleanly. Up the far side boards. And Tepsic pushing this one into the offensive zone for Robert Morris. Quickly broken up there by Outley. Fryer tried to shovel a pass over to Donahue, but that one's broken up by Maraxa. Now Outley trying to play it up the far side boards. Passing attempt broken up, but finds right back on the way to his stick. Now in the far side corner, Donahue collects. Just going to leave it for Croson. Croson tries to play it up ahead to Fryer. Just a little too far for him. That one will go as an icing against Kent State. Pucks and get pulled back to their zone.
I think one of the highlights I have for these Kent State lines is just how well balanced all of them are. Specifically, I think the offensive lines, but also the defensive lines. I think every single line, we've seen some different line combos this season. I think these are the most well balanced lines they've had. Everyone understands their assignments in each end of the ice, and I think it's shown tonight. I think we've seen a lot of how well balanced the Flashes are tonight.
I think that's a great point, Fisher. I think you can just feel the synergy building all year from Kent State, and feel like you really are getting the culmination of that product here tonight on the ice.
Yes.
Now the Flashes, defense into offense. Zulon, quick shot there. Zukowski struggling with the rebound. Puck still rolling around on him. Zukowski going to swipe it away out of his own blue paint. Flash is going to send it back in down low. Zukowski going to chop at this one and leave it there for Forrest. Forrest going to play it up the near side boards. Gillespie intercepts that one. Gillespie to a tumble, just going to try to push that puck to Lapsevich. Lapsevich doing a good job trying to free this puck, but Forrest wins that battle. Forrest now takes a check from Lapsevich. Those two battling for possession of the puck. Robert Morris will skate out cleanly on the stick of Ookman. And a step offside there. There's a huge collision there at the blue line. Tepsic just took down Gillespie behind the play. That will whistle this play dead. Almost at the halfway point of this third period. 10:51 left to play in the third. No penalty call there. A little bit surprising there. Gillespie just kind of wrangled down to the ice. Gillespie wins another one at the dot. Back to Zulot. Zulot tried to feed Gillespie. Gillespie wasn't ready for that one. So Robert Morris will collect possession. A clearing attempt out of their own zone. Intercepted by Zulot. Going to send one back to the blue line. He's looking for Lapsevich. Over his stick and out of the zone. Kent State regroups in their own zone once again. Timmons going to play it up to Zulot. Zulot just going to leave one there for Lapsevich. Crafty pass by him. Passing attempt now broken up. This is Robert Morris going the other way. Just trying to push this puck in deep into the Kent State zone. All the way around the net of Willock. Haney, first man of that puck for the Flashes. The pile growing around him. Puck squeaks out possession to the Colonials. Quick shot there. Wide of the net of Willock off the stick of Cooper. Colonials at the blue line. Send it around the end board. Send it right back to where that puck previously just was. Another pile for me here. Flashes just elect to float it out into the neutral zone. Robert Morris with plenty of time to control this puck. Colonials elect to go with a quick approach here, though. Right back into the offensive zone, but the Flashes were waiting on it. Flashes get a fresh forward line out on the ice. Garnett tried to go cross ice to Geyer. Instead, he finds a stick of Bazarov. Bazarov tried to play a head fake there and lost the handle on that one. Now that Robert Morris Colonials will collect. Looking for Newton, goes through his legs now all the way to Kasivi. Kasivi goes around the net of Willock. Puck picked up by the Flashes. They're going to send it up the near side here. Garnett just going to find Simpson there through some traffic. Simpson with another nice move. Backhanded chance there. Shut down by Zukowski. Now collected by Newton. Newton skating away from some pressure here. Going to feed a pass all the way up to Kloss. Kloss leaves it for Kasivi at the blue line. Kasivi just going to turn, send it in deep. Haney going to pick this puck up for the Flashes. Bazarov there to give him some support. Simpson there as well. This line been an energy line all night. Flashes just swipe it out of the zone off the stick of Bazarov. And Kasivi will have to regroup in his own zone. Quickly up the ice. Riffner just going to try a one-time shot there. Easy save for Willock. He was ready for that one. Now the Flashes just trying to muscle this one out of the zone, and they do. And who else? Alessio Simpson. 3-on-2 forming for the Flashes. Quick shot by Zanola. Glove down by Zukowski. And he will hold it. 8:37 left to play in the third period, and time running out here for the Colonials. Flashes feeling good about where they're at with this 5-goal lead. Looking to just coast to the finish line here. Working hard on each shift. Ruggles at the dot now versus Spriegel. Ruggles won it back to Godovich. Godovich going to tie this puck up near side boards. Both teams taking a whack at it. Zanola going to pick this puck up out of that pile. Zanola's tied up now. That puck will find its way out of the offensive zone for Kent State. Robert Morris going the other way, trying to build some speed. Here comes Killen. Killen up the right side here, shut down by Outley. Killen trying his best just to tie this puck up. Outley on him. Centering pass there for the Colonials to no avail. Nobody was there for it. And Ruggles will collect and work with some space up the far side. Going to play one to Zanola, who's going to turn and leave one for Ruggles. Ruggles trying to push this puck in deep. Played it just a little too far for himself. And now trying to get that puck into the offense zone with Spriegel. He fanned on it. Zanola up the left wing here. Zanola going to take a check there. Going to be picked up by Spriegel. Godovic with a nice check there. Now Godovic gets his stick kicked away by Spriegel. Now the Colonials trying to go the other way, but not cleanly. Flashes with possession once again. Flashes doing a good job dominating the time of possession here tonight. It's Forrest going to collect in his own zone. Going to play one around the end boards. Near side now as this puck gets chopped out of the zone by the stick of Daniels. Sent right back in by Van Sickle. Zukowski going to slow it down. Forrest far side. Going to play it back near side now. Now on the stick of Daniels. Daniels tries a clearing attempt off the skate of Croson. Flashes right back to work. For a third time here, rinse and repeat on those same three sequences. This time the Flashes get possession cleanly. Donahue plays it down low for Croson. Croson skating away for some pressure. Going to play it up back to the blue line for Fryer. Fryer going to skate in down low below the left dot. Going to play it off the end boards to himself. Evades a check there from Forrest. Croson going to play it back to the blue line. This time for Van Sickle. Van Sickle going to play it. Now penalty on the play is Fryer's cross-checked from behind. And a big hit there by Donahue. And now Robert Morris takes exception to that hit as we got a pile forming and a Robert Morris player still down. And players now going at it on the ice. Obviously the concern for the Robert Morris player here. Players still going at it. Now behind the play, we got a fight brewing. Tepsik all over him. Wow. Tepsik all over Fryer. Forrest is still down. Fryer and Tepsik wrestling to the ice. Fryer tapping Tepsik on the head. This one just blew open. Zukowski, rock, paper, and scissors behind Willock, behind the play. This one is just flipped on his head. Refs signaling the Flashes to the bench here as Forrest still down, taking a tough check by Donahue. Donahue going to skate into the box. Obviously all the concerned here with Forrest. Just a very interesting sequence here that just unfolded at the Kent State Ice Arena. Now all the concern on Forrest. Scary scene here at the Kent State Ice Arena. Hope everything is okay with him. Everything aside with all that physicality after the play and excitement. Kent State Ice Arena quieted down here a little bit. So we're going to step aside. We're going to let the trainers work on Forrest. And when he's back up, as now the bench is going at it now. Bench is going at it here. Refs trying to calm down the Robert Morris bench. This one all over the place now. Colonials coach taking exception to that check from Donahue. Bench is having some chatter. Referees trying to just keep a handle on this one. Force still down. Trainers still working on him. Referees appear to have the handle on this one. We were going to step away, but I think we're gonna stand by here just in case, making sure everything is all right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As Forrest getting helped off the ice, good to see him on his own feet here, making his way. He's going to go to the locker room, get checked out further by the trainer. Now, obviously, all of our thoughts with Forrest here. Hope everything is all right with him. Hopefully nothing too serious as the referees get this one calmed down. Good to see Forrest getting some assistance here as he makes his way to the locker room. And now Fisher sorting out this crazy sequence that just unfolded here. Referee's got a lot of talking to do, all of them discussing here. Got to be a couple penalties coming here.
Yes.
I think every player had a dance partner there at the altercation,
and then
so
before
we'll see.
There was a check in the middle of the ice. Originally was a delayed penalty, then all of the scuffle broke out.
Yes, so Robert Morris player actually cross-checked Donahue behind the play, and that's what caused the retaliation there from Donahue.
Yes.
And then after that retaliation, the whole thing just blew loose. So
Fryer was in one.
Fryer was wrestling to the ice with Tepsic. Those two are going at it. So we're going to see how they sort this one out. 6:43 left to play in the third. And now Donahue coming from the box now going to be escorted. And it looks like his night's done tonight. So Joey Donahue gets ejected here. So Donahue looks like we'll have some penalty minutes, but will not be served by himself as he heads over to the locker room. Let's see what else comes of this one. Nobody else in the box just quite yet. Captains discussing with the referees there right in front of the scores table, so we will see as the penalties make their way onto the scoreboard here. But just an unreal sequence, probably one of the crazier sequences we've seen all year.
Yes, my personal favorite moment was the goalies playing rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Not to be lost behind the play there.
Yes.
Seaton Zukowski there kind of skate over towards Willock, didn't know what was going to come of that, and they elected for a rock, paper, scissors. So.
But
quiet Kent State Ice Arena here.
Well,
definitely.
it's a scary moment.
Absolutely.
So you got 2 minutes, 5 minutes,
So that 5 minutes, got to assume that's going to Donahue. That's a major for Joey Donahue.
And
2 minutes.
I assume the 2 minutes is for the hit in the middle of the ice before on Donahue.
Right, the initial penalty,
it
right?
It makes sense.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. Kind of got lost in the shuffle there with that sequence, but yeah, that's what kind of sprung that whole sequence. So captains making their way back to the benches, going to explain everything that the referees just discussed with them. And so we'll see how this shakes up. As of right now, 5-minute major, Joey Donahue, he's done for the night. And that initial 2-minute penalty on the Colonials. We'll see who skates over to serve that one. And it looks like Tepsic just skated off of the bench and to the locker room. Tepsic's night is done as well. He was the one that wrestled Fryer to the ground. So that's going to be an early exit for Tepsic as well. Curious to see, looking on the bench there, trying to see if I see Fryer. Those two were involved in, I'd say, probably the most physical altercation there after the play. Tough to see there as the crowded players. Looks like Fryer's still on the bench there, so Fryer, his night is not done. Just Tepsic there.
You never know.
You never know.
I think with the penalties called, it is fair. You have the 2 minute for interference or cross-check, whichever one they call, and then 5 minutes boarding, I'd assume.
Yes.
And then anything else from the scuffle, probably incidentals.
Right.
So.
Going to have to feel either a lot of incidentals or they're just going to let it all scratch off. We'll see. Referees appear to look ready to get this one back underway. Both teams still discussing within their own benches, right? Looks like 4-on-4. Just heard the referee.
4 for 2.
Yes.
And then 3 minutes for Robert Morris.
Yes.
That checks out.
I think that does check out there. A lot to unsort there, and I think the referees did a good job doing.
A very, very good job.
Yeah. So as we said, some 4-on-4 time for 2 minutes. And it looks like serving this penalty for the Colonials on that initial 2 minutes, Cerrone going to skate over to the box. He will be the man that's going to have to sit for Robert Morris. Kent State just making sure they get the right personnel out on the ice. Robert Morris appears ready to go with their 4 players, and we'll see who Kent State sends out to the ice. This puck is going to be staying in the offensive zone for the Flashes, and it looks like Haney going to skate over to the box.
Having fun with it, bowing, waving.
Yes.
Love that.
Haney nobly skates into the box, and he's going to serve the 5-minute misconduct for the Flashes. Assess the Donahue. Haney just having some fun with it, screaming in the box there.
I mean, why not? You know, bowing.
Good to see Haney having a little, making some light of the situation here. So now we are ready to get this one underway and to the finish line. Hopefully smooth sailing on this one. Referees calling this one down. A big pause there. We'll see. Wouldn't imagine anything further to happen, but the way this game's been, you never know.
You mentioned when we were talking, but, you know, who knows? Fight, you never know.
You never know. You did hear the Robert Morris coach there visibly upset after that check.
Yelling,
so.
you know. So you never know. I think with a score like this, I think it's a little different. Just, you know.
It looks like we're going to play it clean so far. As we are back underway, Robert Morris skates out with possession on the stick of Killen. Going to turn, leave one for Kasivi. As we are on some 4-on-4 hockey. Garnett tried to clear one. Fanned on that attempt. Now on the stick of Kloss. Kloss going to leave one for Riffner. Riffner had that one poke checked away by Simpson. 2-on-0 rush coming up for the Flashes. Plays it up to Croson. Backhanded move there. What a save by Zukowski. Kicked the leg out there. Highlight reel save there for Zukowski. Croson thought he had him beat. Now
Great save.
His best save of the night by far.
Yes,
Just an
by
excellent
far.
save.
I'd argue even the best save of any goalie. Obviously, Willock, not a lot to do tonight. But
now cross
another
ice
good
pass
save.
here
Here
up
we
to
go again.
Lapsevich. Quick shot there. Sticked away by Zukowski once again. Back and forth here on this 4-on-4 time. Both teams trading shots. Now turned over in their own zone to the Flashes. Kasivi picks it up. Quick shot there. Goes wide of the net. All the way around the end boards. Out of the zone. Colonials have to regroup. Up the left wing. Walked in by the Colonials. Get it in down low. Left out there. Willock just going to take a shot at it there. Going to stick that one away out of his own blue paint. Colonials forced to regroup once again. One player still off sides. Flashes will have plenty of time to regroup. 40 seconds left on this 4-on-4 before the Colonials will get a 3-minute one-man advantage on the power play. Emmerling just going to shove this one into center ice. Now collected by Zulant. Zulant leaves one down low for Lapsevich. Quick shot there off of the post. Just inches away from Lapsevich having his hat trick there. Got to be a heartbreaker for him. Now the Colonials try their hand at it going the other way. Outley makes quick work of that rush and sends it the other way. Colonials regroup in their own zone. 10 seconds left on 4-on-4. Long has the puck in his own zone. Going to send it back. Opposite corner. Colonials worked up the left side of the ice. Cerrone getting ready to come out of the box. Long collects. Near side right in front of his own bench. Hits the red line. Going to play it cross ice. Robert Morris will just walk this one into the offensive zone. They will have a 3-minute power play. Flashes with their work cut out for him. Near side corner of the Kent State zone. A couple players take a tumble to the ice. Kept in by the Colonials. Deflected out in front. Wide of the net of Willock. Flashes send it the length of the ice, and they clear the zone. Zukowski out of his crease to play this one. He is just going to leave this puck here. Setting up Daniels. Daniels going to set up Riffner. Riffner going to lead the rush for the Colonials. Up the right side of the ice, has that one stick checked away by Gillespie. Finds its way onto the stick of Quentin Garnett, and he will send it right back to where it came from. All the way onto the stick of Daniels in his own zone. He's going to try a stab at it. Hits the red line. Sends it in deep. Willock out to slow this puck. Going to leave it for Garnett. Garnett just going to turn, fire it all the way the length of the ice. Minute down on this penalty kill for Kent State. Just 2 minutes remaining. Killen now collects off the feed from his netminder. Going to play it up all the way to Kloss. Kloss going to go up the left side of the ice. Going to shove one up ahead to Kasivi. Kasivi going to leave one for Kloss. Tries to go back to the blue line. Just a little too far for Riffner. Kent State with another clear here. Croson had a stick on that pass, but still going to be collected here by the Colonials. On the stick of Riffner, skates it in right side. Deflected out in front. Wide of the net of Willock once again. Killen tries a shot from the point. Willock makes a save. Rebound bouncing around. Going to let Garnett get a stick on it and send it the length of the ice. Kent State clears again. Colonials haven't really had a dangerous chance just yet on this power play. Still 1 minute and 20 left to go. Flash is stout in the neutral zone and meeting them at the blue line, not letting them get in deep. Hewitt takes a check into the far corner boards. Quick shot there. Willock with a nice pad save. Zanola just going to tie this puck up in the near side corner. Couldn't tie it up for long. Colonials poked that one away. Now going to be picked up by Godovich and just rifled the length of the ice. Zukowski tried to slow it down here. Quickly off the bench is Simpson. We know he likes to bring the pressure shorthanded. Going to be collected by Riffner in his own zone. Now working across the red line, all the way into the offensive zone, up the right side. Riffner turns away from some pressure there. Now going to keep it on his stick. Right dot, Riffner toe drag shot there. Nice save by Willock. Throw a little crowd in front of him, and he will hold it. 2:25 left to play in this one. Flash is still up 5. 42 seconds left on the power play for the Colonials. Flash is doing a really good job on this penalty kill.
Very good job on the penalty kill. Staying very disciplined, not giving away any big chances.
Right dot in the Kent State zone now. Colonials looking to put another one on the board. Flashes looking to hold this lead all the way to the end. Flashes the clear right off that face-off. As we said, just doing an excellent job on this penalty kill. Colonials collect in their own zone. Now working up the right side on the stick of Cirilli. Cirilli going to skate it all the way to the offensive zone. Has that one stick checked away. Kept in by his teammates. Shot there by Daniels. Nice save by Willock through a crowd. Puck bouncing around in a dangerous zone there. And just turned and sent the length of the ice by Timmons. Takes a weird bounce off the boards. Had Zukowski fooled for a split second here. But Long will collect behind his own zone. Long going to pick this puck up. Going to play it up ahead to Newton. Newton going to play one up ahead here to his teammate. Back centering pass for Long. But out of the box is Haney serving that penalty for Donahue. And the Flashes kill off that penalty as we are back to even strength. And onto the stick of Haney. Fresh out of the box. He is ready to go. Haney trying to push this puck up himself. Just skates it just a little too far for himself. And that puck's into the length of the ice for an icing against the Robert Morris Colonials. Minute 25 left to play here on the regular season at home for the Golden Flashes. They're going to get a late ozone draw coming up. Ruggles going to be sent to the dot for Kent State. For the Colonials, Vukman at the dot. Puck down, one back to the Flashes. Ruggles won it to Simpson. Simpson collects near side boards, plays it around the end boards to Zanola. Zanola collects, now goes far side, going to play one top of the blue line for Hewitt. Hewitt looking for an option, going to play one down low to Simpson. Simpson collects, skates it through the skates there of Newton. Back up top to Hewitt. He's going to go right back down low to Simpson. Simpson looking for some space near side this time. Simpson pestered by 2 Colonials defenders, less than a minute left to play in this first period. Zanola going to take it out far side. Zanola going to leave it at the blue line for Hewitt. Hewitt going to send it down low around the end boards and collected by Simpson. Once again, Flashes with complete control of this puck. Simpson's pass broken up there. Was looking to go to Outley. The Flashes have to regroup, but Simpson right back to work. Simpson going to try the right side of the ice this time. Simpson centered pass there for Gillespie. One-time shot there. Just wide of the net is Zukowski. Zanola overskates that puck. Newton's going to pick it up here. They're going to shovel that one out of the zone. Is Robert Morris coming up? Less than 30 seconds left to play on the regular season at home. Van Sickle going to skate it in. His shot attempt wide of the net there. Rebound chance there, covered up by Zukowski. We will get a late whistle here. Just 15.5 seconds left to play in this third period. And the Flashes with a great way to end it off here on home ice tonight. Just dominated this one completely and got to feel good about their effort here tonight.
100%. They've been – this is probably the most well-rounded game we've seen from the Flashes this season. They've been very good defensively, fantastic offensively, relentless on their forechecks, and I think that's why we've seen them get such a dominant win today.
Flashes win possession off this one off the face-off. Late shot there behind the play. Van Sickle blown up there by Spriegel. Flashes looking for one more shot. Ruggles snaps a shot on net. Zukowski covers up. 6.4 left to play in this one. And as we said all night, Fisher, I think this is a really good culmination of the Flashes' effort on the season. They've really come together. The chemistry has grown. A lot of the players on this team, first-year players, mixing with players that have been here for a year or two. So the synergy is finally there for this team and heading into the right direction with playoffs looming just around the corner. And that's going to ring the bell on this one with the final score here tonight from the Kent State Ice Arena. An 8-3 victory for your Kent State Golden Flashes over the Robert Morris Colonials. Feel-good win here for Kent State heading into the playoffs. All the momentum on their side as they still sit atop the CHE and are looking to take home the tournament this season. And I think they're playing some of their best hockey I've seen from them all season, and they're getting hot at the right time. All lines contributing, and as we said, just a feel-good win for the Flashes. And on that note, we're going to bid adieu to the 2025-2026 season. last game here on home ice. So not only for tuning in tonight and coming out tonight, but seriously, thank you to everybody who supported the team, supported our broadcast, you know, from the beginning of the season to the end of the season and everything in between. It's been a good season. And just because our broadcast's done, the Flashes are not done. Both D1 and D3 heading into playoffs next weekend, and we wish them the best of luck. And with this being potentially the last broadcast, just wanted to give a quick shout-out to everybody, personally from myself. It's been a pleasure to call the games here for Kent State, and super grateful for the opportunity. And I could have done it without a great team of people around me for both the D1 and the D3 games. So thank you to everybody behind the scenes that's really made an impact and made everything possible. And for Coach Nowak and the entire Kent State organization here for giving us all this opportunity. So if this is the last time, one last time on the season, thank you everybody for support all season. My name has been Alex Rivera all season. I've been joined with my D3 games by my great partner, Fisher Brashear. Thank you everybody, and have a great night, and go Flashes.